Right guys, just done my first lesson for my mod 1's coming up on Monday. Oh, do you know what's really weird? Like, I've just done 2 hours riding a 600 and now I've jumped back on Bicycle and it feels weird being back on them. It's like, even in that short space of time of switching bikes, everything just feels strange on them. Like, even just indicating there, the buttons are in a different place and it's weird. Oh yeah, it's so strange. Just got so acclimatized to that Suzuki thing. I've got to be honest, I've just said it to Eddie, my instructor. I was like, I don't really like it. It's a 600cc, but it feels, not in terms of power or actual body size, but I feel comfier on this. And it's always, I've got like really long legs, and it's just to do with where the pegs are and where the gears are. It puts you in like a really, I suppose you're designed to lean forward more on it, whereas this is more upright. I think that's what it is. But I feel comfier on Bicycle than I do on that. I think that's the reason I've not really been that bothered about getting rid of them, because end of the day, as you all know, I'm not a fast rider. I'm not interested in riding fast. So for me, the engine doesn't matter. It's the actual, how comfy the ride is, how you know, big the bike is for my legs. Yeah, I had to stand up like a set of traffic lights there when I was riding then, because like I started cramping up around by like where my hip is. I mean, I'll get through the tests and stuff on it, but I certainly wouldn't really be that bothered about getting one of them. Oh, and I've got good old Bicycle here. Honest to God, he's a giant killer, this machine. They've just had another one of these in the, they've got the showroom there in Hen and Chickens, and they've got one very similar to him. He's actually a bit older than Bicycle, but looked brand new. It was made me realise I think I should get the cleaning products out and give him a bit of a tidy up, his yearly bath, because he doesn't get cleaned at all. This is the reason why I shouldn't get myself an expensive chrome bike, because I think it'd just be rust in about 6 months. I'm not someone, you know, on a Sunday who's going to sit there and polish the bike up. I can't be bothered, I'm too lazy. So anyway, more importantly, how did it get on? That's what you're all wanting to know, I can tell. How did it get on my first lesson back on a big bike? Well, I did my CBT just under 2 years ago, and I was on the same bike for that because my instructor, Ed, is an advanced instructor, so it means that there was no point in me going out on a 125 when I've turned up on a 125. He just said it's just wasting chance for you to go on a big bike and have a proper ride out on one of them. So I have ridden bigger bikes on the road before. It wasn't my first time, and I'd also done the course 10 years ago and got to the level where it just got to mod 2 level, but obviously didn't pass it, and then it all expired. I've talked about that on a video before, so I won't bore you with all that again. But yeah, the bike itself, getting out on the road and getting into test conditions, it's all breaking bad habits more than anything now. I actually felt quite comfortable, you know. It was more just getting used to the difference in the clutch, you know, finding the biting point and all that sort of stuff, as opposed to being nervous about being on a big bike. It just felt okay, so quite happy with that. We were doing all the manoeuvres, turning the road, emergency stops. He was happy with all of that. Did the slalom and the figure of 8 as well. He was, yeah, all went fairly well. So he said, yeah, looking good. Hopefully, as long as you don't make her balls up on the Monday, should be good. So I've got another 2 hours tomorrow and another 2 hours on Sunday. So we're just going to really drill all the procedures and get rid of all of the bad habits that I've picked up, because there's 1 or 2 of them and I'm guilty of them, and I can't deny it. Put my foot down too late's one of the things. I don't know why I do that, but instead of like a more controlled stop, I wait till like the bike's about to fall over and then put my foot down. So yeah, that's something I've got to just keep practicing, making sure I'm putting my foot down a bit earlier. Speed's okay, obviously. If anything, he was telling me to just pick it up a little bit here and there, because I'm like just sort of doing my own thing, you know, switching off and just riding along in the roads and riding how I would be riding normally. So I'm not riding to the speed limits because I never do. So yeah, I had to I got told off yet again for not going fast enough, but little things, aren't they? When it comes to your test, you can actually be given minors or fail for hesitation. Do you see it as hesitation? Whereas I see it as I'm just not interested in, like, you know, going that fast. If you're not going to speed, it's considered that you're nervous. I kind of get it. If they don't know you, they probably would assume that you're just, you know, nervous of being on the bike at speed. Yeah. Whereas I've got my tunes on and I'm just chilling out. It's all good, isn't it? So the only problem I've got with my Mod 2, and this is a schoolboy error of mine, but I did, when I booked these, I booked both of them together, the Mod 1 and the Mod 2, before I'd even spoke to the guys to see if they could do it, and they were fine for the Mod 1. It was like, yep, we can get you booked in, but for the Mod 2 it couldn't be done. They already had people they were taking there, so it was like, we can't take you on the Mod 2 for that day. So I've been and changed it, and the only day I could get really was the 30th of April, which is a Friday. So I've got a couple more weeks to wait till I do that. The problem with that is I've got to be at the test centre for 7:15, which is grim. It's about 40 minutes from where I've just been there to do my lessons to St Helens, so it means I've got to get to, and as you can see here, this journey is about 15 minutes or so from where I am to there, so I'll have to be leaving about bloody 5 o'clock in the morning to go and do my test. It's just no good for me. I'm normally going to bed about 5 o'clock, not waiting enough. Because of my job, I'm always going to bed fairly late, you know, and getting up quite late. I got up this morning at 9 o'clock to come and do this. I was horrified having to get out of bed that early. And if anyone's going, oh, well, that's just lazy, you should be up, you're missing half the day. It's like, well, what are you guys doing at 11 o'clock at night? Get off your phone. Yeah, you know, when I'm still serving people, I'm working. He's nicely tucked up in bed watching Netflix, so, you know, balances out. Don't judge me. But yeah, I don't like getting up anything earlier than 10 o'clock, I'm not going to lie. So it's going to be a struggle, but we shall do it. It's a one-off, and then fingers crossed, touch wood, all that gear, then that should be the end of it. I should be a real biker. So I'm a real biker now. Finally, 22 years I think it was since I first got on two wheels with an engine. It was a scooter, but still, it's been a long time in the making. And finally, it should be done. It's I hope the weather's like this on Monday, because it's been a really nice day. I'd be horrified if I got to do that in the pissing down rain. And I've got my gloves and stuff, but you know, it's nothing worse. And the thing is, it's not even a test where they can, you know, give you a bit of leeway on it, you know, because it's raining. It's like you've still got to do a turn in the road, you've still got to reverse a bike into a bay. Doesn't matter if it's snowing or anything, you still got to get it up to what, 30 mile an hour and do an emergency stop. So I'm just hoping that the gods of the weather are being kind to me on Monday, because I can't be asked with rain and snow. Glorious, eh? So I'm working later on this afternoon. I'm gonna get back now, have a quick bite to eat, and then I'm having a siesta, because it's going to be a long night. I won't finish till about 1 o'clock in the morning, and then I'm back there for, well, I'm working 10 till 12, and then I've got to be on my lesson at 12:30, and then I'm back in work after my lesson. It's a heavy couple of days. I've got one lone hair sticking right in me friggin' eye. It's doing my head in, just taunting me eye. When I live like that, I break out. So anyway, gang, I'm gonna just enjoy my little ride back now, and I'll catch up with yous all probably tomorrow. I'll do another little update on how I've got on. But yeah, so far looking alright. Who knows, it's just when you get to test conditions, isn't it? And you know, you've got the added pressure of knowing that you're being judged on it. I have passed me mod 1 before in the past, so I'm not too worried. Just, you just don't know, yeah. Okay guys, have a good one, and I'll see you all later on.